Right down here you can see there's what appears to be some deer tracks. Kind of cool. I found an old fence here, and more importantly I found some baling wire, and I think this is going to be kind of nice because I'll be able to make a small bale for my pot to hang over the fire to boil some water. Check out that resource over there, folks. Big old barrel. That's crazy. If you wanted to make a distillery, that'd be cool, as long as it's intact. Pretty cool. Let's keep looking. We're not going to take that though, that's too much work. If we're going to be here for long term, we'd definitely look into something like that. The smell in the air, folks, is beautiful. Pretty neat. I see, looks like the remains of a tarp, but there's some cordage. Check that out. I don't know what we got going on here, but looks like some decent little cordage. We could definitely probably use that cordage for something. Look, there's more baling wire on this. All that is a lark's head around this thing. That's kind of cool. Hey, every bit of cordage helps when you're in this kind of situation. Look at that. It's about at least 2 feet of cordage. Pretty cool. That wasn't a bad recon. I didn't have to go very far. I only went maybe a quarter of a mile, half a mile at the most. And I'm already heading back to the camp. Right now I'm just working on straightening out this wire a little bit. And I'm gonna see which side of what was this top and bottom of this. Looks like this is the top. You can see the holes in it. So let's hopefully puncture this thing. Hold it with my foot. You gotta be real careful. You don't want to get a cut or something out here. So I gotta be real careful. Side doesn't want to go because it's a thicker piece of metal there. Like we have a good little pot now. Let's clean this baby out a little bit. Be real careful with my hands. I don't want to get cut up and stuff. So this is real jagged, so I'm being really super careful. Don't want to make no mistakes. Getting all cut up and stuff. So far this thing holds water, so that's a really good sign. I'm really happy about that, folks. There's one. Let's put one opposite of that one. There's our container that we're going to use to boil our water. Right there. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. It's just functional. There we go. This ain't a bad knife for 90 or for 88 cents. Oh, my cordage just broke. But that's alright. Let's wet this cordage. I know this might sound funny, but sometimes wetting it'll kind of bring it back to life a little bit. Definitely made it a lot more flexible. This piece is strong. Let's try this one. I'm trying to get rid of the weak spots. There, these two pieces. So I basically cut these three pieces off a few inches. So anytime you find a resource like this that you can use, by golly, use it. Because the more stuff like this that you find, the less you have to use your resources that you bought. Okay, so now I need a stick. I need it to be wider than the bail handle, so something like that. We will make a clove hitch around the stick. Right in the center, just like that. And that's going to be the bail handle. So now we have something that we can actually use to hold our pot. You can see I have quite a bit of firewood here. There's my camera gear above my $5 bag, and I have a little pit here. Right here, get it, dig it, get it, dig. These dogs are lazy, they don't want to help. When it comes to these matches, I'm only going to take one box out, and the rest of these I'm going to put in the car to keep them dry in case it rains. I have some cedar bark, juniper bark. It's kind of moist, but I'm going to try to make a little bit of a bird's nest in hopes that, you know, I can get a fire. Like I said, folks, this stuff is all really moist and damp. We've been getting a ton of rain. No, my dogs, they must have saw a lizard. That's usually what they go after, lizards. They are like obsessed with lizards. I found a little bit of pitch wood. Seems to be helping out a little bit. It's kind of embarrassing because I generally pride myself on being such a good fire maker, and you know, it's funny because if I would have had a ferro rod, I probably would have done a one-strike fire or something, but because I had matches, I took it a little lighter than I should have, I think, and for the lack of a better term, I guess you could say I got a little bit cocky. But nonetheless, looks like we're starting to get some fire.